Hey guys, Stitches here, and welcome back to some more Slay the Spire 2. Last time, aka like 10 minutes ago for me, I did a playthrough, or I did a 3-hour video with Nate on it, where him and I did separate runs, and then when we did a combined run with multiplayer, and then we had a glitch with the multiplayer. But this time we're gonna start with 2 epochs that I have ready. First off is Scribbles. On this quiet planet, the beasts of imagination began to dot the world. They roam the lands in this time of simple, gleeful violence. Countless ways to kill, to feed, and to proliferate are suggested. Colonies, hives, groups, and schools ebb and flow into the nooks and crannies of Prion. The unsettling lamp. Each combat, the first time you play a card that debuffs an enemy, double its effect. Intimidating helmet. Whenever you play a card that costs 2 or more energy, gain full block. Or 4 block, not full block. Reptile Trinket. Whenever you use a potion, gain 13 strength this turn. Strength adds additional damage to attacks. And then, meanwhile, over here, we have the anomalous planet. The Regent. His Majesty barely even looked anymore and swiped through planet profiles in the current constellation. I demand to visit a more exciting planet. The Regent slams his fist down in the space console. Beep, beep, beep. Anomalous planet detected. The Regent has arrived. His Majesty may now embark upon the Spire. Unlock the Regent as a playable character. So Nate's not here this time, as you can see by the lack of my multiplayer border. So here's where I'm kind of like have a decision. So the silent so the ironclad, like I already did a run with the ironclad, so we unlocked Ascension. I think I'm gonna do a single player run with the silent. I just ran the silent last time. I did the silent last time mainly so that way we can... Mainly so I could show a different character. I think we'll take Lava Rock. That seems pretty good. Extra relics if I get that far. By the way, I do want to say, I shouldn't have to say this, but it might be good just to say in general. Please don't flame the devs in the comments or anything because of the little mess up that happened last time. Like where our run ended. Yeah, it sucked, but it is also understandable. That card, like, you know, it changes how the map is laid out. It is interesting recording the first one, or the second one solo, when I haven't even recorded the first one. You're getting the hammer next turn. Alright. Cloak and Dagger. Gain 6 block and add a shiv to your hand. Noxious fumes. Apply start your turn, apply poison to all 6 enemies. Or 2 poison to all enemies. I'm just combining shit now. I'm making shit up. Sue me. Oh no, I hate you. There we go. We got a duplicator. This card was, or this potion was just called the duplication potion in the first game. It seems like they're changing some of the names to just be a little more, like, ricochet. I think we'll try to play with the sly a little more. Full block. Yes, this hand is very hand. Why not? But yeah, if you don't know, sly means when a card is discarded, it's played for free. Skill potion adds a random card. This turn, your next skill is played an additional time. Dagger throw is actually pretty good, especially if we're trying to do some slies. Slithering Strangler. Well, Strike is the default attack card. It does have a different artwork and design for every character. No, guys, I'm taking damage. Ow. Taking more damage than I thought. But yeah, exhausted cards are kind of removed from the game. They're off in their own little mechanism over there. That little thing is dead. Nah, man, just keep putting the slimes in there. That's cool. I didn't want to... And the question is, do I do the elite or do I do this? I think I'll do the elite. As long as you keep cards that you can discard with the Sly cards. You know, like I'm just not doing, by the way. Ricochet, I believe, is similar to a card that was in the first game. But that card may have been exclusive to Ironclad. God damn, this guy is really fucking me up. It was really bad. I should have used that first. Permafrost. Do I even have a power? The Hunt. If Fatal, get an additional card reward. Alright, we're a little dinged up. So... that's just a damage buff. That's card draw buff. Damage buff. Extra shivs. I think the Hunt needs to be upgraded. I think we're still early enough that 5 elites is possibly doable. You know, assuming I just don't die to this guy. Well, that full blocks. So if we just do... This gets exhausted if I use it too early. I want to potentially try to kill this guy with the Hunt. Which might not be happening. Mauler. I'll give it one more chance. Yeah, the main thing about the Silent as well that's really nice is she gets access to cards like Slice and Deflect, which Slice is just strike, but it's Slice is just strike but cheap. And Deflect is block but free. Though I think Deflect is slightly worse. I want to say they end up being slightly worse in the long run. Now, I'm honestly not really sure I can take on this elite. So I'm actually just going to go for normal enemy. It's Fogmog. I don't even know if I can say that. There we go. Blade Dance. Choose one starter card to transform into Peck. You get one card with Slither. When you draw this card, its cost is randomized from 1 to 0. Or from 3 to 0 to 3. Taurus. Gain 5 block. Gain 5 block at the start of the next 2 turns. Interesting. This would be really helpful right now. A second Ricochet would not be bad. Panic Button also isn't bad. Entropic Brew. Oh yeah, Entropic's got a nice sprite in this game. Entropic Brew used to have a completely different sprite. They redid all the potion sprites in this game, which I'm glad for. It makes them a little more sight readable. Unrest site. You find a secluded rest site and start a fire to get some rest, or so you thought. Once the fire started, it begins to swell, reaching not upwards, but sideways towards the grove of oil seeping trees. Kill the trees. We're healing to full. Tablet of Truth. And now that we're at full, we can, of course, upgrade. Acrobatics, if we're doing Ricochet with Acrobatics, it would be better to dig deeper into the deck. The Ceremonial Beast. Drink this potion. Weak enemies take double damage. Every 3 times you apply poison, deal 11 damage to all in serpent form. Whenever you play a card, deal 4 damage to a random enemy. Wow, the first time ceremonial strength reaches 150 HP or below, it becomes stunned and loses all of its strength. But yeah, this is a main strat here with the silent, is you can do things like that. I need to get it down to 150, so you'll stun it. You can only play 1 card this turn. This guy's kind of annoying. There's like, oh yeah, and you can't play the game. It's like, well, why? Because I said so, bro. When you do take the bosses, by the way, you will heal after every boss, in a way. Now we're ringing. I'm gonna go out ringing. Something about fucking ringing. Ow. There we go. The ceremonial beast is gone. Knife trap is pretty good. But tools of the trade is also really good. You draw and discard at the start of your turn, so that means if you have Ricochet, we could just free play it each turn. So once we do this, we will heal. So we can get the very hot cocoa. Start each combat with an additional 4 energy. Big hug. We remove 4 cards from our deck, but then we have to shuffle Soot into our draw pile whenever we shuffle. And the Golden Compass. It's the one I want, yeah. That one just seems too good. Alright, what are we gonna do now? Because if I go here... Exoskeleton. How is it that I have Ricochet? I have no fucking cards. The discard. What is this? Oh, well, that's fine. We do have... want to... Yeah, I want to proc the hunt. So that way I can get potentially some better cards. Get out. Blessing of the Forge is a pretty decent one. Blade Dance Plus. I think we could potentially proc the hunt again. Just play every card in my hand, and we're gonna full block you so you become dazed. And we'll just dagger throw you with Ricochet. I draw and discard. Fan of Knives. Shiv now hit all enemies. Add 4 shivs to your hand. So that's just Blade Dance. Oh yeah, we have the card. So we have the member card. Finisher is a pretty good one from the first game. Lee's Waffle is pretty good, especially if you're late into a run. Nah, man, it's fine. This is why I think the silent can also be good for combat. And sometimes even just better, in my opinion, than the Ironclad. And it's why she's like my second favorite in the first game. This guy's gonna do 15 times 2 damage. don't know if shivs can really kill this guy. So I'm actually going to toss Fan of Knives. I think I'm going to try to get Acrobatics. Brock, no? Oh, we get that. That's nice. I could have checked if Acrobatics would have procced. But we did get Piercing Whale, which is nice. Yeah, he's got Plating. Plating is interesting. There used to be a mechanic in the first game called Plated Armor. Plated Armor worked where basically every time you took damage, it went down by 1. But it gave you block at the start of each of your turns, or at the end of each of your turns. Plating is very similar, but it's reduced by 1 just at the start of your turn, so... There he goes. Add Lantern Key to your deck. Unlocks a special event in the next act. Will laid plans. At the end of your turn, retain up to 2 cards. This could be good. You're not required to take cards, by the way, if you don't want them. I'm stuck fighting an elite no matter what, but I got potions. Oh, it's this guy, the Entomancer. Oh, but he's only got 145 health this time. I do like the idea of the quest cards being like, oh, you need this in your deck for something to happen. So like, well, if you don't have it. Well, now I don't need to block. Isn't that neat? Oh, he still takes the damage because it counts as an attack. All right. Depends on which of these is not getting played. Technically, discarding those is not exactly great. But yeah, shivs are like a full-on build in this game. Oh no, they're going off the screen. Jesus. At least we got the strawberry. Infinite blades. At the start of each of your turns, add a shiv to your hand, and if you upgrade it, it becomes innate, which means you start your you start the combat with it. Happy flower. We love happy flower. Hey, is that me? Whenever you play an attack. Give me relic. Plating. Okay, good. Good. So far, the game has been actually kind of good about giving us stuff. Okay. All enemies will lose 8 strength, so we don't need to worry about blocking. I can dagger throw you. Pop ricochet. Ditch the defense. We can keep our cards. Taking more damage isn't exactly ideal. I don't want the toxics. Phantom Knives is interesting because it's kind of like, it's a power card that acts as an attack as well. We play the Hunt. Discard you. Accuracy is pretty good. A Sly block would be interesting. And Untouchable would be very interesting. Another Sly block would be interesting. I think Cloak and Dagger Plus is pretty good. What are you? Chomper. Artifact negates debuffs. If I could potentially kill you this round, that would be very nice for me. I'm not particularly sure I can, though, unless I deal 15 all to you. Retain those. But yeah, the main thing about Lantern Key is it's kind of supposed to act as like clutter, bricking for the hand. Phantom Knives would be nice to play. It sucks because you're not gonna you're gonna debuff me this turn, like you're gonna status card me, which I'm not a big fan of. This is I draw and discard. But also, I have this, so it might just be better to potentially... Well, I gain 1 block whenever an attack is played. There's another thing. But yeah, see, this is kind of a strategy I'm going for, is like choosing what cards to keep in my hand. Especially right now is helping. The doll is also helping quite a bit. Another fan of knives. And the leg sweep 2. Applies 3 weak, but you gain 14 block. Deal 15 damage. I think we're just going to skip on cards, because I do have like 30 cards in my deck, which is kind of an issue. Tools of the Trade becoming a 0 cost is interesting. Prepared plus letting me dig deeper for those discards. Infinite Blades becoming innate would also be really good. Like, this would shift the whole dynamic. Especially because we already start with a lot of cards. Probably should have healed, but... Well, I'm already at full block too, so now I can just play Ricochet. Got Frail, which is lowers the block you get. I don't know how many videos of this game I'll do, by the way. I know this isn't like a traditional Let's Play, but I know it's got like other stuff. So this might be like a back burner project that goes up on the Ko-Fi page. I don't know. Okay, what does digging in my butt do? What does digging in my deck do? Okay, we do full block that. I do have the Gambler's Brew as well, which I think might synergize with the thing as well. It might honestly be worth it to... If we used a Blade Dance and, like... I don't know. Maybe it'd just be worth it to discard Blade Dance then. I don't know, because Blade Dance gives us 3 block if I use all the things. This gives us 8, and I get 1 from that. I'm dying. Maybe not. Okay, now we die. Or potentially not. It's so over. We're so back. It's so over. We're so back. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be a total of 10, 16, 10, 18, and then 24 incoming. Okay, so I should be able to do this actually. Kind of easily. Especially if I do this. I can piercing whale them, which will actually just reduce them all to 0. This is working absurdly well, the discarding thing. The shivs also just being blanket attacks is also kind of crazy. Whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP. That's 15 flat. Leading strike is a really good thing. Accuracy would be good. I don't think I have it in my deck. I think I thought about taking it. I don't know. We are going through the deck enough where maybe I could justify having it, so... Now I don't know what you do, so I could potentially just be fucked. Alright, well I already know that I don't need to do much in the way of actually defending this turn, so... I do wish I had that card that said, like, play all your shivs. That'd be really good right now. Make your choice. Disintegration or mind rot? Not getting my good discards. I mean, he's going to deal 8 times 3, so I guess I'll toss a block. I wish I had the thing that played all the shivs from the discard pile. I think that's also made to make shivs more of a renewable strategy than it was in the first game. The way shivs worked in the first game was that cards, shivs just kind of went away forever. But I think making it as well so that Blade Dance isn't just like infinite, because in the first game, Blade Dance was not an exhaust card. But yeah, you can see the shivs are kind of becoming absurd. Oh, heal yourself. What's wrong with you? Hmm. End with this. You're a weird guy, Knowledge Demon. You cannot play more than 3 cards each turn. Disintegration. At the end of your turn, you take 7 damage. Draw 4 cards. I need to discard 1 card. Which card to discard? But yeah, I think Cloak and Dagger in the first game also just had the standard defense up effect where it was just, oh, you defended more. I am going to take 7 at the end of this turn as well, which is something I need to be careful about. I guess discard a strike. I think I just perfectly full block this. We took some risky moves on this one, too. You're going to deal 30 damage to me if I don't do anything. I mean, it's fine because I can take it. Man, we keep getting pretty damn lucky with that. Popping a gambler brew. But it was for not. I honestly don't know if I can get away with that at this point. Now the question is, does this kill me? Because I'll take 4 on... I'll take 11 from him, so I should just be able to, I think we win these. Jesus Christ, that was close. Well, that's how bosses are in this game. They're nice and tense. And I got my gambler's brew back. Assassinate. Serpent form is really nice. Nightmare. But we'll take assassinate because I need some more innates. You again. A huntress, I will sharpen your claw. So, random attack that costs 0. Iron Club. Oh shit. Try Boomerang will decrease attacks by 1, so things can become free. I mean, these also basically just become strikes if I downgrade them. Because I can either make stuff free or I can make stuff cheap. This is the way. I don't know if there is a path that can get me 3 elites in time. Does this one go 1, 2? Yeah, so we're giving up on the stone sword. I don't even know if you remembered that from earlier. Well, we certainly have a hand. The turret operator gains block. The living shield. I guess we hit you. Choo-choo-choo. Machine gun. But joke's on you, I'm spiky, so your machine gun doesn't work. What do you mean that's not how it works? It's totally how it works. Actually, I'd rather gain the block now. The enchant system's also, I think, really good because... Ooh. It, like, gives certain cards a chance to shine. Calculated gamble. Discard your hand. Draw that many cards. It's auto-retained. Alright, now we've got a lot. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn. Earn you gain dexterity. First time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. This one I don't care about because I'm not taking card rewards at this point. Do I have any curses in the deck or cards I should just remove? Honestly, Strike. Strike is probably like a card I should remove from my deck because I have so many cards that do what Strike does. There's also Deflect, which can give me some free things. At the end of this act, we'll fight the test subject. Alright. War Historian Repi. An academic is trapped in a hanging cage next to a treasure chest. The academic is muttering about one-time use keys while furiously writing something. Looks like you can unlock the cage or chest. History course. At the start of your turn, play a copy of your last played attack or skill. Alright. Procure 2 random potions and 2 random relics. Relics can be a negative thing. Repi bows in appreciation as you open the cage. He hands you a thick leather tome. Those who know not of history are doomed to repeat it, but you seem to know a thing or two about repeats, don't you? Dear, near, 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 near. Can't play the tuning fork. Card rewards can now contain colorless cards. That's actually pretty good. I can only take 1, though. Card rewards can now contain colorless. Is an interesting one. Normally, your card rewards can only be cards of your color, which means they're character specific. Oh, it's this guy. He's here. Flail Knight, Spectral Knight, and Maginite. Yacht Club games called. They wanted their not characters back. I remember when I played Shovel Knight. Ethereal. Why is this on? Oh, it's because I'm hexed. All my cards being ethereal could be problematic. Well, since this'll be not worth anything. Oh, the Spectral Knight. Your upgrades are no more. Dampen. What the fuck is going on? I'm like really confused as to what's happening right now. Your attacks will never reach me. Come on. Oh, that's why. History course. Why am I discarding again? What is going on? Fun fact, I'm not playing the game. We don't need that. This fight hasn't even been, like, particularly bad. It's just kind of long. Okay, this is where it's happening now. Pew. Never use a potion. Gain strength for the turn. I do not need any more cards in my deck. I'm gonna be real. Keep it a buck with you. I don't think I do. I ended up taking a lot of damage. This could be free. Now we could take another one of these, or we could take a another rest. Is accuracy already upgraded to accuracy plus? Toolbox. At the start of each combat, choose one of 3 random colorless cards to put into your hand. Sparkling Rouge. At the start of your 3rd turn, gain 1 strength and 1 dexterity. War Paint. Upgrade 2 random skills. Master of Strategy. Draw 3 cards and exhaust. Well, isn't this a hand? So much free shit in my hand. Yeah, see, that's lethal right there. That type of shit. Need that. Ugh, this guy. I don't need shivs to hit all enemies, but generating 5 shivs is a thing. Like, it's so much of a thing, like, I'm struggling to even get all 5 of them to the hand. Bouncing Flask can apply poison. Blur. Blur is like a defend that carries. Echoing Slash. Alright, we just got one more normal combat before we can heal. Frog Knight. There we go. Choose a card to discard this one. Choose a card to discard this one. Oh, the bomb doesn't even exhaust itself. Flick Flack. It's Sly that does damage to all enemies. We're just gonna rest up to max real quick. Flash of Steel is pretty good. But I'm gonna try this Prolong card. Adaptable. When test subject number C8 would be defeated, it comes back even stronger instead. How many times am I gonna have to do this? We can discard untouchable. Discard untouchable. Do that. Be just completely absurd with shivs. Shiv Strat's almost better in this game, because I felt like a big issue with Shiv Strat in the first game was just there wasn't enough synergy with Shivs, where it was like, you know, I'm not even playing the optimal Shiv Strat because I'm also playing the discard engine on it as well. God, I got 70 block, bro. Alright, I think it'll lose its thing this turn. So I'm going to end the turn with Acrobatics and Dagger Throw. I guess I retain this. So every other turn now, he's going to become intangible. And intangible means that it's only taking 1 damage. Now, since we can only retain 1 card each turn, I'm still going to be using up. Oh, it doesn't let you retain cards in this one like you could in the first one. Choose a card to discard. Probably prepared. For this one, probably strike. Why do I have so much dexterity, bro? Oh, it's because of kunai. I'm just becoming it slowly invincible. Because every 3 attacks that gets played in a single turn, everything gets a reset. It's interesting that it says that it just has a status called Nemesis. So Nemesis was actually an enemy in the first game that had this mechanic where it gained intangible every other turn. It was like the only enemy that could use intangible, really. I guess the 2 damage, bro, not the 2 damage. What's even better about that is that I could discard it if I wanted it to. And we can retain these 2. At least it doesn't let me try to retain that thing. Okay, now this is an all-out attack turn. So we're gonna neutralize, hit it with the shiv. Strikes are actually like holding us back a little bit. He's adding so many burns that we might be in an issue. I did manage to proc the hunt. Getting really close. Oh god. It burns all the flesh off? That's scary. Not even an introduction. Victory. You dealt 1,240 damage to the architect, but it wasn't enough. You dealt a total of 2,480 to the architect. The architect still stands despite taking 900 million 3 or 900 million and 35 900 excuse me 935 million 893,616 damage from all who have faced. Discovered 48 new cards, 4 new relics, discovered new enemies, and we discovered 3 new epochs, which I'll do before I end the video. Trophies, the silent. Fantastic trophies occupy this forsaken place. All were defeated one by one. Those marked by the silent always fall. We got the poison potion, which applies 6 poison to an enemy. The ghost in a jar, gain 1 intangible. Reduce all damage taken and HP loss to 1 this turn. And then we have the cunning potion. Add 3 upgraded shivs to your hand. Shiv plus just deals 6 damage. Silent hungers for greater challenge. Ascensions are now available when starting a run. I haven't really talked about ascensions. They're basically modifiers that permanently modify the run. They're modifiers you can add on to the run. Chapter 5, Ill. A sickness carrying a familiar scent courses through the silence veins. The heart piece is slowly killing her. The grotesque trophy is hurled into the ocean, but the blight has no cure. She will die soon. Tough bandages. Whenever you discard a card, during your turn, gain 3 block. That would have been cool for this strat. Enemies with weak deal 40% less damage to you rather than 25. For the paper crane. And Tingsha. Whenever you discard a card during your turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy per card discarded. Alright, we have open. Reopening. The clouds churn maliciously as the capital trembles beneath. As the capital trembles beneath a storm so violent that none dare leave their homes. 12 days later, the rain stops. The clouds remain, but the flame has gone out. The spire opens its door once more. Beetlejuice. Enemies' attacks deal 30% less damage for the next few turns. 4 turns. Mazaleth's gift. Gain 1 ritual. In the first game, this was called a ritual potion. Droplet of precognition. Choose a card in your draw pile and add it to your hand. So yeah, that's all I'm doing today. Is this one placeholder? It is. Will be unlocked in the future. So I guess they don't have that yet. I guess I see this. But, yeah. Details for this relic will be revealed in the future. What? Oh well. They do only have the game in early access, like I said, but if you want to give this game a try, you can check out the link in the description. You can get it currently for $5 off while it's in early access. It's going to go up to $30. Right now it's $25. You can get it for $30 after early access. But additionally, if you already own the first Slay the Spire, you actually get it 10% off of the discounted price. So, you know. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna end this run. Next time I do a solo run. Because next time I'm gonna try to be separating these into multiplayer and single player videos. So I'll be trying to do a run with each of the characters on single player as well as multiplayer. But next time, our next goal is the Regent. The throne, heir to the throne of the stars. Wields cosmic powers, but his minions do the work. So, yeah. anyways, that's all I got for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button. You should also subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications. Check out the links in the description. There's a link to the game in the description on Steam. There's a link to my social media pages on Blue Sky and Twitter. There's a link to my Twitch page where I occasionally live stream, and then there's also a link to my Ko-Fi page where for $3 a month you can get access to exclusive or early access content. And yeah, I will see you guys then.